What's going on, guys? It's the Rebuild King here, and today we're going to be rebuilding the Detroit Pistons. This is a realistic rebuild, and as you guys can tell, we are at the draft lottery right now. Last year we got screwed out of the number 1 overall pick, but it happens again. We are going all the way down to number 5, which is just tragic way to start. But that's alright, we will be rebuilding them into a championship contender once again. The Trailblazers, Jazz, Grizzlies, and Wizards are the 4 teams in front of us. We will be keeping our coach Monty Williams, as he's an alright coach, and we have him under a $100 million contract. So there's no way, realistically speaking, that they would get rid of him at this point. I think we're going to be looking to draft probably a power forward or a center, some big. Isaiah Stewart's good and all, but I don't think he's the future answer in my opinion. And so hopefully we could find someone who drops. It would have been great to get Alexander Sarr here, but as we all know, that's probably not going to happen, as he's fallen to 3. Oh, I'm going to try and make a trade up for Mr. Sarr with the Wizards. Unfortunately, what I just found out was we can't make the trade, as we traded this pick already, but that's all good because Alexander Sarr has fallen to us anyways. That's a great way to start. Even though we didn't get the number 1 overall pick, we still got the player we really wanted. I'm very pumped for Alexander Sarr. He'll probably be our starting power forward this year. As let's go ahead and get Adam Bona to shore up the small forward position. And with our 2nd round pick again, we'll take a flyer on... I kind of want a guard here. Maybe guard Dial. That's a pretty good pick at this point, I think, as Alexander Sarr is a 78 overall and the best player in this draft class, which is a great sign as we got him with the 5th overall pick. We will be accepting the options on Jalen Duran and Jaden Ivey, but definitely not Evan Fournier. That $19 million is insane. I don't know if I really want Simone. Maybe I'll bring him back and try and trade him, but I don't think I really want him in our long term, either with James Wiseman. I know he's young and he's pretty good recently, but he's just not my type in my opinion. He's not that great. We could look to bring someone in free agency, but I doubt anyone would even want to come. So with our first 2 moves, I am going to be bringing back Simone on a 2-year deal worth $11.5 million and Andre Drummond for a 1-year $3 million deal, which I think will give us the depth we need. As I moved Alexander Sarr to power forward, so he'll be starting over Isaiah Stewart. Then we'll have Drummond as our 2nd center and Simone as our 2nd small forward. I think that's a good enough offseason for the first season, as we were the worst team in the league last year. You don't want to go too crazy in the first offseason. I doubt Detroit will make any big moves this offseason anyways. And in free agency, LeBron goes back to the Lakers, Paul George back to the Clippers, Tyrese to the Raptors, DeMar going to the 76ers, Pacers get Pascal. And pretty much everyone stayed with their same team. Emmanuel quickly to the Jazz. Nothing really crazy happening. At player progression, we got Cade going up 1 overall to an 87. Durant didn't go up at all, which is kind of disappointing, but that's alright. Asar Thompson up to an 82. Jaden Ivey 81. Andre Drummond up to an 80. That's a pretty good sign. Hopefully we could get some good acquisitions this year. So here's our rotation for the 2024 season. It will be Cade starting at the 1, Jaden Ivey at the 2, Asar Thompson at the 3, Alexander Sarr, and Jalen Duran. Our sixth man will be Andre Drummond, followed by Simone, Isaiah Stewart, Quentin Grimes, and Marcus Sasser. It's a pretty well-balanced rotation. We will be running a pace and space system this year, and I think this could work pretty well. Hopefully Alexander Sarr will slot in really well and be the piece we all needed. Oh wow, as we have started off to a great start. We are 17-4 right now. We are absolutely killing it, as you guys can see. I mean, we are on a 12-game winning streak, and the only 2 losses in the past, we started off 0-2, but besides that, we lost to Golden State twice in like 2 weeks, and man, we have not lost since. We will definitely be looking to make some trades this offseason, or not offseason, this trade deadline, as we definitely have a shot to be something great. And we're back at the trade deadline, as we are 35-14 right now. We are killing it, as you guys can tell. I mean, it's been a pretty great year, no doubt about it. I don't know if there's much we can do to improve the team, but I'll definitely look around and see, and we'll see if we can make any trades. And after looking around on the trade market, I don't see any trades that really fit us in our timeline, in my opinion. The only player that's kind of underperforming is Quentin Grimes, who has a 0 estimated wins added. But other than that, everyone else is doing amazing, so I'm sure we'll be fine. And at the end of the season, we are 52-30. We did pretty good. We had a rough little patch there because Cade Cunningham did end up getting injured. But Luka is your MVP, Ron Holland, Rookie of the Year, Drummond, 6th Man of the Year. Good signing by us. Most improved was James Wiseman, so you could take that how it is. I don't know, one way or the other. No All-NBA players. Arsar Thompson was a defensive all-first team, which is a great sign for us. Alexander Sarr was on the first team. I think he had a pretty good season as well. Let's go ahead and check the stats. As Cade averaged 25 points a game, Simone 13 for Ivy, 12 for Sarr, 12 for Drummond, 12 for Jalen Duran. But Duran has an Achilles injury, is out for the season though. Unfortunate, but good thing we have Drummond. Pretty good numbers overall. Pretty good season, I would say, as we are the 2nd seed and we were only 2 games back of the Pacers. We're going to be taking on the Raptors, who have Tyrese Maxey, RJ Barrett, Scotty Barnes, and Jakob Poeltl, as well as Gary Trent Jr. This should be a good matchup. Obviously, we don't have our starting center, so that could affect us a little bit, but hopefully not, as we're up 2-0, down 2-1, 3-1 us, and it is 3-2, and it is going to a Game 7. They better lock in here. This is at our home court, so hopefully we have a little bit of an advantage, as it does look like we will be taking this game pretty handedly. Cade Cunningham dropping 38 to help save us from an elimination, as the Pacers got taken out as the 1st seed. We will be facing the Hawks 2nd round. Trae Young, DeJounte Murray, Sadiq Bey, DeAndre Hunter, and Onyeka Okongwu are their starting 5. I think we are the better team here, but you never know, as we are taking Game 1, lose Game 2, lose Game 3, and we tied up the series, and they took Game 5. This is a must-win game in Game 6 here. This is to advance to the Eastern Conference Finals, and it's not looking bright, and it's over. That's alright though. That's our first year of making the playoffs. We still have a ton of cap space. Could definitely sign a star this year, as the Mavericks go on to beat the Hawks, as Luka averages 40, 13, and 14 in the finals. What an absolute beast out there. LeBron James is retiring along with Kyle Lowry, Al Horford, Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry. Yeah, I don't think he's retiring next year. So I'm going to change that up. We're definitely going to try and get a star this year, hopefully, as that would really help us out. And hopefully, I don't think we have a high draft pick. They haven't made any trades in recent years, as the Bulls, Nets, and Rockets lend the first 3 picks. And our pick will be number 26, but it is going to the Knicks, so that's alright though. We will be keeping Monty Williams, as he did lead us to the 2nd seed, so there's nothing wrong with that. We're not going to have a high draft pick. As the first overall pick is Cooper Flagg, 2nd Ace Bailey to the Nets, and then the Rockets are getting VJ Edge and Carter Knox to the Sixers, Dylan Harper to the Rockets, and Bam Bayoko to the Bulls. With the 31st overall pick, we are looking to take, I would say, probably VJ Miller to maybe replace Quentin Grimes. I think he's a pretty good player here. And our 2nd pick, I don't think it really matters. We're probably not going to sign him, but we'll take a shot at Brandon Garrison, as we won't be signing him, but we will be signing VJ Miller. Maybe he could come in and play a little bit. Adam Bona, he didn't play last year, but I'd sign him. We will be obviously extending qualifying offers to Cade Cunningham, and we'll be letting Quentin Grimes go, but maybe we could get a star to pair up with Cade, as we will have a ton of cap space, I believe. Yeah, we'll have plenty of cap space. Maybe we could even get Jason Tatum along. Probably not Tatum. Maybe Evan Mobley would be fun, but we won't have the cap room for that. Scotty Barnes could be cool. Chris Middleton, bringing him back to Detroit is a possibility, but he's not exactly a star, so I don't really want him. Ho. And it looks like we will be getting Jason Tatum from the Celtics. Thankfully. As long as nothing happens. And then we will be getting Cade Cunningham as well. That is great news. Yes, sir. So our new rotation will be Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Jason Tatum, and Jalen Duran. I will probably be moving back. I don't know if I want Isaiah Stewart or probably Alexander Sarr back to the center position. You know, especially with Jalen Duran being hurt, you don't know how he will return from injury. Then I'd say we need a backup shooting guard as well. Maybe a little. We'll bring in Karis LeVert to be our backup shooting guard now. And I think that pretty much fills out our rotation. I mean, we have a pretty darn good roster right now. Maybe get a backup big just in case. Just in case we really need one. No one really good, but just someone who could play the bench. Maybe like a Thomas Bryant. So this will be our roster heading into 2025 season. Jason Tatum, Cade Cunningham, Asar Thompson, Jaden Ivey, Alexander Sarr, Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Sasser, Jalen Duran, Simone, Karis LeVert, and Malachi Flynn. We have a pretty good roster heading into 2025 season, and it is unfortunate, but Jalen Duran is still hurt, and he looks to be hurt to around another month or two, which is unfortunate to start the season, but that is why we brought in Thomas Bryant. And it should be a good season overall. I think we could definitely do some damage, especially with our addition of Jason Tatum. We were already the second seed in the East. It's going to be a fun season, for sure. And we're back at the trade deadline as we are 36-15. We are doing a phenomenal job once again, as it has just been a beautiful season for us. Let's check out some player stats, as Jason Tatum's averaging 21, Cade averaging 20, Jaden Ivey taking a step up, averaging 16 points a game, Jalen Duran's back 12, Alexander Sarr 12-2, Isaiah Stewart averaging a nice 10, and Asar Thompson 10. Pretty good, pretty good. I don't think we really need anyone this year. We could always check their estimated wins added, see if anyone's underperforming or anything. As it looks like everyone's pretty much doing their job pretty well, except for Simone, who's not doing great, but he's a backup. He was really good last year. I'll give him another shot during the second half of the season. At the end of the season, Luka is your MVP, Cooper Flag Rookie of the Year, Isaiah Jackson, Sixth Man, Most Improved Nikola, and DPOY Victor. As Coach of the Year was Mark Dayanot, and John Murphy was the executive. As we finished with a great record as well, we'll probably be the second seed, as long as no other team absolutely went off. And no one on any All-NBA team. Pretty surprising. But Asar Thompson makes the second team All-Defense with Amon Thompson as well. So pretty cool connection there. As we will be the first seed, actually. As I don't know. I guess the Knicks were the 10th seed? That's interesting. That is very interesting. I mean, I guess the roster isn't that great, but I just don't know how they won Coach of the Year then. That's alright, though. As we will be taking on Philly in the first game, who have Kevin Porter Jr., Quentin Grimes, Ricky Council, Naz Reid, and Joel Embiid. We obviously are favored here by a lot, but you can never take Joel Embiid lightly, as he can go off any single night. But it looks like we will be getting the gentleman's sweep, which is a good sign to start the playoffs, as OKC, the number 1 seed in the West, is out as well. And pretty much every seed got upset in the West, except for the Kings, who beat the Rockets. But the 8th-seeded Memphis, 7th-seeded Golden State, and 6th-seeded Pelicans advanced. Second round, we will be taking on Toronto, who we took out last year in the first round. Hopefully we can do that again, as our team is much improved, as we drop 150 in Game 2. And Game 3 we take the series. Great sign, great sign. We will be taking on Cleveland, who has Darius Garland, Isaiah Joe, Derrick Jones Jr., Evan Mobley, and Jarrett Allen. We are once again favored, as our team is just really, really good this year. Hopefully we could get it done and make our first finals appearance in almost 2 decades. As we will be going to a Game 7, I'm going to adjust the rotation. We will hop in if we need to here. Hopefully we won't, as we do have home court advantage. Hopefully it will play into our favor, as it's a very close and tight game right now. As we lose. That is just unfortunate. We lose by 4. as the Kings will be your champions, as Domantas Sabonis is your finals MVP. Here's the draft lottery, as I don't think we'll have any high pick, but the Lakers, Wizards, Spurs, and Jazz will be having the top 4 picks, as we have the number 28th overall pick. We will bring back Monty Williams once again, because I don't really blame him for anything. He's done pretty well job so far. Oh, we might be trading for a player, potentially, as the first overall pick is Darren Peterson, second Cameron Boozer, AJ DeBonsta is your third overall pick, and Caden Mulach is your fourth overall pick. Here at number 28, we are looking for maybe a small forward, and I'll take a shot on Ife Oli from Canada, as he is a 71 overall. I'm just going to go ahead and decline him right now, because maybe we could sign someone a little better. We'll try and bring back these two, and Simone can leave because he did not have the best of seasons, but thank you for your time here, obviously. Adam Bona, I'll try and bring him back too, I guess, as we only have like 13 mil in cap. We'll just try and bring back everyone, as we will be bringing back Jaden Ivey and Jalen Duran on 2 5-year deals. So that's a pretty good sign. I think we do need a backup shooting guard and small forward to help complete the roster. Karis LeVert was decent last year. I wouldn't mind bringing him back. But small forward, we definitely need an improvement. Maybe we could look to trade for one, maybe, because I don't really see anyone who I really love out here right now. We'll get a backup, not very good one, just in case, maybe like Josh Okogie, just as a insurance in case we weren't able to sign anyone or trade for anyone. As our player progression has Jason Tatum back at a 94, Cade Cunningham up to a 90, Asar Thompson 87, Alexander Sarr 85, Jaden Ivey's an 85, Jalen Duran's 84, as we do have a pretty gosh darn good roster, especially with Alexander Sarr probably going to take over the starting spot at center. As I have been shopping around the trade market, and I've decided to trade our 2 first-round picks this year's and next year's, and VJ Miller for Vince Williams Jr. and the Memphis top 3 protected first-round pick. And that will put our rotation to be Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, Asar Thompson, Jason Tatum, Alexander Sarr, with Jalen Duran, Isaiah Stewart, Marcus Sasser, Vince Williams Jr., and Karis LeVert off the bench. Our team does look to have a lot of hope this year. Once again, I believe we should win this year, hopefully, but we'll have to see, as we are 10-1 right now, and I'll see you guys at the trade deadline. And we're back at the trade deadline, as we are 44-8, absolutely killing it right now. By far the best team in the East, and most likely the West as well. Yeah, we are very, very good this year. One of the best defenses in the league and the best offense in the league. Just phenomenal year. Let's check out the stats, as Tatum's averaging 24, Cade with 20, 15 from Jaden Ivey, 14 from Duran, 13 from Stewart, and 12 from Alexander Sarr. Sarr Thompson with 11, and 10 from Marcus Sasser. Pretty good overall. I mean, no complaints at all, definitely. Jason Tatum's doing pretty good. Jalen Duran's having himself a great season. Pretty much everyone's doing really well this year. Karis LeVert, not the best, but that's alright, as we are just absolutely killing it this year. Great job from the boys. And we'll see how we do in the playoffs. And we're back at the end of the season as Shai Gilgeous is your MVP. Cameron Boozer, Rookie of the Year. Dylan Harper, Sixth Man. Victor is your DPOY. And Most Improved, Dylan Harper. Coach of the Year goes to Monty Williams. And Steven Carter is your Executive of the Year. We killed it this year. We were 64-18. Just a great sign, as Asar Thompson is second team all defense. And no rookies, obviously, as we are the first seed once again. And hopefully we could win a chip this time, as we are facing the Raptors for the third time in 3 years. We are up 2-1 on the Raptors, 3-1, and 4-1. Good sign. We are facing the Hawks once again, who have Luka now, DeJounte Murray, Grayson Allen, Alex Fudge, and Onyeka Okongwu. That is a little scary. They have Luka. I did not know that, as we put up 150-85. That is insane from our team. Great sign, as we are up 3-0, 3-1, as we gentlemen sweep them. We now will be facing the Sixers, who have Markelle Fultz. Once again, he's back. Tari Eason, Jacoby Walter, KD, and Joel Embiid. This is a pretty good team as well. Just for the third seed is pretty crazy, as we're tied 1-2, 2-2 now, 3-2 as we're up, and we beat them in 6, as I'm kind of scared to face the Thunder. Hopefully the Jazz win, but the Thunder do win. Jason Tatum, conference MVP, and Shai is conference MVP as well. The Thunder have Shai Gilgeous, Ian Jackson, Lou Dortz, Jalen Johnson, and Chet Holmgren. Honestly, not as crazy as I would have expected, but you never know. I'm sure they're a great team, as it is 1-1, 2-1, 2-2 now, 3-2, as we will simcast and hop in if we do win a championship, as this is at their home court, but we do want to win here. Obviously, it would be a lot better to win now than to wait. We will be hopping in, as it's tied 106-106 with 1:30 left to go. We have the ball, 106 side, tied right now, as Isaiah Stewart, Alexander Sarr has a ball, back to Tatum. Tatum's gonna dribble it, wait for a screen, as Jason Tatum is shooting a 3, as he misses. Oh, that was not a great shot from Tatum. I don't know why he took that shot. We definitely need to clutch up on defense right now, as Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has the ball, and he gets stripped by Marcus Sasser, as he will take a 3 as well, and he drains it. What a shot from Marcus Sasser. What a shot. Shai's dribbling up the ball, as he goes and takes a midi, and he drains it as well. Tatum with the ball. He's dribbling up the court, as he is guarded by Ian Jackson, and he's driving to the basket, layup, and he drains it as well. It looks like the Thunder will have to take a 3 to try and tie here, as Shai drives, and he gets absolutely stuffed by Alexander Sarr. He gets the ball back though, and he drives, and he gets picked by Marcus Sasser again. Oh wow, as we are up by 5 now. I believe that is going to be game, as I guess maybe not. We get the ball, up by 3 now. We got to make these free throws. Cade's back in the game, thankfully. So long as Cade makes 1 free throw, and we win it. What a great way to end the video. Thank you Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in our next upload.